Rejoicing now in the restored glory of our adoption, may we look forward with rejoicing to the day of resurrection. My brothers and sisters, happy Easter. During this third Sunday of Easter, we continue to look at the way Jesus reveals himself as we hear about two revelations in our readings. In our first reading from the book of Acts, St. Peter describes to the disciples how Jesus' death and resurrection was really the fulfillment of the prophecy of David. And in our gospel, we hear the story of Jesus' walk with the two disciples on the road to Emmaus. It's a very interesting gospel, and I would actually encourage you to read it several times, and to put yourself in the gospel as well. Where would you be in relationship to Jesus and to the disciples? What questions would you be asking? How would you hear Christ reveal himself to you if you were on this road with him? Why was it that the disciples walked with Jesus and listened to him? They knew him, but they didn't really recognize him. Did you notice that the disciples' disposition changed as they walked with Jesus? Their hearts became alive, such that even when they reached their destination, they didn't want Jesus to continue, but they wanted him to stay with them, even though they didn't know yet that it was him. And finally, we see that Jesus revealed himself specifically in the breaking of the bread. It was there that they knew that this was Jesus who once broke bread with them not long before that. So as we continue with our Liturgy Prep series, we continue to ask ourselves two questions. What do the readings say in themselves? And what did the readings say to me specifically? And so we can look at these readings and say, do I recognize Jesus and the events and the people around me? Or do I just know him? As the disciples, they knew him, but they didn't recognize him when he was with them until he specifically revealed himself. As we continue to go along this week, let us ask the Lord for the grace to really recognize him in the people and in the events around us, because I know that Jesus wants to continually reveal himself and his presence to us. And as always, let us pray for one another. God bless you.